And while you transition, no matter how long you transition, you have to remember to stay positive and to just stay hopeful. Don't be negative about it. I know it's going to be really hard dealing with the two textures or getting used to having to do this, that, and the other. But you have to remind yourself to stay positive and keep in your mind why you're doing this. And hopefully that will help you along your journey and keep you to stay positive. Because negativity affects your entire body. When I finally got around to cutting off the rest of the perm, it did. I mean, I was upset a little because I was so used to my hair being a certain way, but I'm sure, and I know, I felt relieved that I didn't have to deal with the two different textures anymore. Oh my gosh, that in and of itself will bring joy to you, that you don't have to deal with the two different textures. I had to learn how to deal with the one texture. Like, though I had seen it and I've washed it and blah blah blah, I haven't dealt with it without a whole different texture on the bottom end, so I couldn't really style it or anything to its fullest extent. Let's put it that way. So it was really different. It was different because I didn't have as much length as what I was used to, but it was different in a good way because I knew that I was being true to myself. Like, I knew that perming my hair wasn't really me. I knew that limp hair that just hangs and I have to just all the randomness that went with the perm, I knew that that really wasn't me. It gave me a feeling of accomplishment when I knew that all of my hair was finally natural. I felt accomplished. I don't know why. Maybe because of all the time and hard work that I spent into getting it there. Some people have asked, how did I achieve so much growth in 3 years? And I'm going to be completely honest, I know part of it has to be genetics. I mean, I can't help what I was born with, just like you can't help what you were born with. So another part of it was how I took care of myself. Like, it might have all just started with me wanting natural hair, but it expanded out into me taking better care of myself physically and what I ate. Now, don't get me wrong. I might look extremely small, but I eat a lot. So I had to be aware of what I took in. If I had to take into perspective how much water I took in, I was never really one for vitamins or supplements, things of that nature. So if I didn't get it from my food, I don't know where I was gonna get that from. Exercise. I was pretty active in college, and I was out and about, always sweating, very vigorous exercise, let's put it that way. And I'm sure that had something to do with my growth. Because, you know, the whole blood flow, it'll increase your blood flow, and of course your head needs blood flow and all that good stuff. And I'm sure part of it was the products that I started using were more along the lines of natural, or let's say not as bad as what I started with. I'm just trying to say that the further I got in my natural hair journey, the further I got in my journey into taking better care of myself. And that includes dietary and exercise and the things that I partook in. Like, though I became of age to drink, I didn't drink. Though I was offered a lot of things that I could have partaken into, I didn't. And I'm not saying that that affected my hair. I'm just saying that me being natural with my hair, it went off into a tangent into other things in my life. Some things that I learned with going natural, I learned to accept how my hair is. In the beginning, I was really hoping that my hair looked like somebody else's hair, and I wanted these big curls that were all uniform and all that good stuff, but I don't know. At first I was disappointed that I didn't have it, even though you know everybody doesn't have that. But I learned to accept what I have and to be happy with what I have, because it's part of me. It makes me me. Like, I'm different. I have, if you want to type hair, and I really don't know what kind of type is in my head, but I'm sure I have different, like, in different sections on my head, there are different curl patterns or textures or whatever you want to call it. And I accept that for me because I feel like I'm unique, and my hair is too. Another thing that I enjoy about this natural hair journey is encouraging others. Now that I wear my hair, because in the beginning, I was still just flat ironing my hair. Well, mostly flat ironing my hair. But once I started wearing it natural all the time, people started asking me questions because they were more interested in going natural themselves, or they had just started transitioning, or they were thinking about it. And I like it when people ask me, because it makes me feel like I can help people. I really like helping people. That, and it's always good to encourage people and to be encouraged, because you're not going to find that everywhere around the corner that you look. But I noticed that if I ask somebody about their hair in the natural community, that's who asks about hair. If I ask somebody about their hair, they're more open. I feel like they're really open to answer the questions, and they really don't mind. And that's the type of attitude that I take towards it when people ask me. But in order to help others, I have to know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not going to tell somebody something on a whim that I know nothing about. So that takes me educating myself on products and what's in them. That's me educating myself on manipulation, what does what to your hair, what can you intake into your body or put on your skin that seeps into you that might affect this, that, and the other. I like learning in general, so research is right up my alley. Throughout the process, and the process doesn't end, but throughout the process, you're going to have to learn one way or another to deal with both positive and negative feedback. What you need to be able to do is to tell the people, and I hate it when people come to me and they're like, oh, I wish my hair could be like that if I didn't have a perm. I can't go without a perm because my hair won't look like that because you have good hair. There's no such thing as good hair and bad hair. Good hair is healthy hair, in my opinion. And how can you tell me or tell yourself how your hair is going to look if you can't even remember what your hair looked like before you had a perm? People shouldn't limit themselves like that. I'm not saying that anything's possible with hair, but I'm saying it's quite possible to go natural. Simple as that. Going natural helped me to become a better me, and I know that's cliche. I know it is, but it's true. Going natural helped me to become a better me. I was able to accept that, you know what, some things that my peers like, I'm just not gonna like. You know what, I don't want to buy into this trend or do that just because everybody else is doing it. If it doesn't interest me, it doesn't interest me, and I'm not gonna partake. I'm not saying that it's gonna do all the things that it did for me for you. I'm just trying to tell you my perspective on the whole situation. Though the process hasn't ended for me, I feel like it gets better with time, but I enjoy it more as I learn more about my hair, I learn more about myself and what I'm capable of. So I wouldn't turn back.